Look, listen and feel for the breathing. C is for the circulation with the hemorrhage control. Minimize the aortocaval compression. Okay, if there is no circulation, start the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. 30 chest compressions followed by the 2 ventilations. Manage hypovolemia and the hemorrhage. Now start the chest compressions. How you are doing the chest compression, that is very important. Place the heel of the first hand on the lower part of the sternum. Okay, heel of the first hand. कोई right handed होता है, कोई left handed होता है. अपने hand के accordingly, this is the heel of your hand. आपने इसको रखना है on the lower part of the sternum. Sternum को पूरा feel करके उसका जो lower part है उसको select करके, ये नहीं कि जहाँ दिल गया वहाँ पे compression start कर दी. Lower part of the sternum पे आपने heel of the first hand रखना है. Place the heel of the second hand on the top of the first. ठीक है, you can see this is the heel of the first hand and this is the heel of the second hand. तो आपने first hand कहाँ रखा है? Lower part of the sternum पे. और second hand कहाँ रखा है? उसकी top पे. Okay? Interlock the fingers. Fingers को lock करना है ऐसे. ठीक है, ये आपका ऐसे हो गया. इसको lock करना है ताकि आपका pressure अच्छे से पड़े. Keep arm straight and depress the sternum. आपका जो elbow joint है it should be straight. ठीक है? ये हम मैं पोजीशन आप ये जो पोजीशन है ये आपने याद रखनी है बिकॉज जब हम शोल्डर डिस्ट्रोशिया डिलीवर करने की बात करते हैं उसमें भी हम कहते हैं कि सीपीआर पोजीशन में आपने सुप्राप्यूबिक प्रेशर देना है. उसमें भी हैंड की यही पोजीशन होती है जो आपकी चेस्ट कंप्रेशंस में होती है. ओके, तो कीप द आर्म स्ट्रेट. ये नहीं ऐसे ढीले होकर नहीं, पूरा आपका एल्बो स्ट्रेट होगा, फिंगर्स लॉक होंगी और लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द स्टर्नम पे आपके हील ऑफ द फर्स्ट हैंड होगा और सेकेंड उसको लॉक कर रहा होगा. ओके, keep arms straight and depress the sternum 4 to 5 centimeter at a rate of 100 compressions per minute. Okay, यानी 4 to 5 centimeter तक आपने उस पर प्रेशर देना है and 100 compressions per minute. And if one person is exhausted, तो second उसको change करिए. But you have to give that compressions. Now D is the disability. You have to assess the Glasgow-Coma scale. ये तो पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने. Okay, neurological status using the AVPU score. You people should know. A is for the alert, response to the voice is V, P is for response to the pain, and U is unresponsive. Okay, following the initial resuscitation, perform a Glasgow-Coma score of the patient. GCS is less than 8 indicator compromised airway. This is also very important thing you people should know. Less than 8 GCS, तो क्या होगा? Compromised airway. And will require the intubation. ये नहीं आप उसको compression ही करते रहे. अगर आपको लग रहा है GCS is less than 8, you people should start the intubation process. Okay? Eye opening response, different responses हैं behavior में. Eye opening response, verbal response and the motor response. Eye opening response, if it's spontaneous, we will give 4 score to the patient. If it's response to the speech, आप patient को जगाते हैं, अजरा उठें, ऐसे loud करके बोलना है, ऐसे आराम से नहीं, और patient respond कर जाता है, हाँ कुछ भी बोल देता है. So this means we are giving 3 score to the patient. ठीक है? To the pain, आपने उसको pinch किया है कहीं से, कोई sensitive part उसका pinch किया है and the patient wake up. So this means कि आपने उसको 2 score दिया है. And no response is 1 score. Then is the verbal response oriented to time, person and place is 5. 4 is confused. 3 is inappropriate words. 2 is incomprehensible sounds and 1 is no response. Okay? Motor response obeys the command. 6. 5 is moved to the localized pain, 4 is flex to the withdraw from the pain, abnormal flexion is 3, abnormal extension is 2 and 1 is no response. Total score is, best score is 15 by 15, okay? Comatize is less than or equal to 8 and unresponsive is 3. E is exposure. Depending on the environment, perform the full examination of the patient remembering the risk of hypothermia and the patient's dignity. Okay, sorry, this thing you people should learn in the medicine wards as well. जरूरी नहीं आपने gynae में, medicine में जब आप लोग जाते हो तो depending on the environment, perform the full examination of the patient, remembering the risk of hypothermia and the patient's dignity. यानी आप expose करते हैं और वहाँ पे सवाद में बर्फ पड़ रही है, patient hypothermia से collapse कर देगा. तो you people should know कि कहाँ पे हमने किस तरह से expose करना है. And privacy of the patient should be maintained as well. Resuscitation, deal with any problem as you find them. Consider the differential diagnosis. What is the differential diagnosis? 4 T's and 4 A's. ठीक है, वो सारे आपने वही उसका डायग्नोसिस है, वही उनके रिस्क फैक्टर हैं, वही सारी चीज़ें जिनको आपने माइंड में रख के ये सारा टॉपिक भी पढ़ना है और पेशेंट की रिससिटेशन भी उन्हीं सारी चीज़ों को देखते हुए करना है। पेशेंट डिलीवरी टेबल पे भी कोलैप्स हो सकते हैं। आप पेशेंट को डिलीवर कर रहे हैं, अभी आपने डिलीवरी की नहीं और पेशेंट एकदम कोलैप्स हो गया, यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट। इसलिए जब हम पेशेंट डिलीवर कर रहे होते हैं, ऑलवेज ऑब्जर्व दैट आई ऑलवेज इंस्ट्रक्ट माई पीजीज टू अटैच द मॉनिटर। कभी कभी ऐसे भी इवेंट्स मैंने नोट किए, नीचे आप एज़ॉटमी स्टिच करी जा रहे हैं और ऊपर पेशेंट कोलैप्स हुआ हुआ है। तो ये आपने पेशेंट से तो ड्यूरिंग द डिलीवरी बात करते रहना चाहिए और दूसरा उसके साथ कार्डिक मॉनिटर अटैच है जो कि कॉन्टिन्यूसली इसके वाइटल्स आपको दिखा रहा हो कि पेशेंट जाग रहा है या नहीं जाग रहा। ओके, assess the fetal well-being and the viability, deal with threat to the life of the fetus, assess the fetal well-being by the CTG. Baby is the second priority. First of all, you must have to save the mother and then you have to assess whether the baby is okay or not. You have to assess the baby by means of the fetoscope, by means of the CTG, by means of the stethoscope, depending on the availability. Notes review the trends of the vital signs and they review the notes. Definitive care is order investigation, plan treatment, specific management depending on the underlying cause. This is step by step CPR guide. मुझे पिक्चर जरा अच्छे से लगी तो मैंने कहा आपको पता होना चाहिए. Shake and shout, call 1/22. Okay, check for breathing. Place your hands at the center of your chest. Okay, that is the CPR. Push hard and fast about twice per second. If you had training, repeat cycles of 30 pushes and 2 rescue breaths. In the major trauma, spine should be protected with the spinal board before any tilt is applied. किसी का कोई एक्सीडेंट हो गया है तो ऐसे नहीं कि आपने उसको उठाकर जल्दी से टेढ़ा करना है, आपने पहले उसको थोड़ा सा असेस करना है कि whether there is any spine injury or not. If there is a spine injury, you people should be very very careful. Apply some tourniquet or something like that, कोई belt या कोई like दुपट्टा या जो भी आपके पास, you have to secure the spine and then give the left lateral tilt of the patient. In the absence of the spinal board, manual displacement of the uterus should be used. Intubation in the unconscious women with the cuffed endotracheal tube should be performed immediately by an experienced anesthetist, or each and every person in the society should know how to pass the ETT. You people must have to learn this. Supplemental high flow oxygen should be administered as soon as possible to counteract the rapid deoxygenation. This is the board on which you have to place the patient. English movies अगर आप कभी देखें तो उसके अंदर ये बोर्ड बड़ा जल्दी से दिखाते हैं कि जी एरोप्लेन में इस पर लिटाया और ले गए. ओके, और दिस इज द एंडोट्रेकियल ट्यूब जिसमें आपने पेशेंट को इंटुबेट करना है, एंड दिस इज द एम्बो बैग विद द cup. According, you have to select the mask or the cup on the mouth according to the size of the patient. Bag and mask ventilation or insertion of the simple supraglottic airway should be undertaken until the intubation is achieved. If the airway is clear and there is no breathing, chest compression should be commenced immediately. Okay, mouth is clear but patient is not breathing, start the chest compression. सोचते नहीं रहना कि मैं अब शुरू करूँ या ना करूँ. Start the chest compression. Make the left lateral tilt and start the compression. 2 wide bore cannula, minimum of 16 gauge. 16, 18, 22 and 24 gauge जो कि mostly use होते हैं. So 16 is the thickest. आपने 16 gauge use करना, should be inserted as soon as possible. If the peripheral venous access is not possible, early consideration of CVP lines should be considered. ये अगर कोई patient आपका ward में या ICU में collapse हो जाए. Okay, this is the 18 gauge cannula, green colored, and 16 gauge is grey colored. It's about 1.2 millimeter and it's 1.7 millimeter. So this is the biggest. This is the position of the CPR. This is the position of the central venous catheter. The catheter is in placed directly into the main vein of the superior vena cava of the heart. आप ये भी anesthetist या chest जो surgeons होते हैं, they are passing the central venous catheters. Ideally, the ICU team is trained in that. कि directly आपके superior vena cava में pass किया जाता है. There should be an aggressive approach to the volume replacement. Should cautious in the preeclampsia or the eclampsia. ठीक है, इस बात का क्या मतलब है कि if the patient is collapsed because of the hypotension, you have to replace the fluid. But if the patient is hypertensive, that is, she is suffering from the preeclampsia or eclampsia, here the kidneys are affected affected. So no need to give the rushy fluid in these patients. You should be very, very calculated while giving the fluid to these patients. Otherwise they will end up into pulmonary edema. आप उधर से पेशेंट को बचाएंगे, इधर से उसको पल्मोनरी एडिमा करेंगे. तो you should be very calculated. If you are giving the fluid to the patient, you have to give the Lasix along with that fluid. Abdominal ultrasound by the skilled operator can assist in the diagnosis of the concealed hemorrhage. Concealed hemorrhage occurs in case of good, shabash, well done. The same placental abruption. The same defibrillation energy levels should be used as in the non-pregnant women. ओके, डिफिब्रिलेशन का वही प्रोटोकॉल जो नॉन प्रेगनेंट में यूज़ करते हैं, हम वही यूज़ करेंगे. वो जब आप वार्ड में आते हो, वहाँ पे हमारे पास डिफिब्रिलेटर भी है, वो भी हम आपको किसी रोटेशन में एक दिन पे डिफिब्रिलेशन भी करना मैं आपको सिखाऊंगी. देयर शुड बी नो अल्टरेशन इन एलोक्ट्रेटमेंट ड्रग्स और डोजेज यूज्ड इन द रिससिटेशन प्रोटोकॉल. वो जो ड्रग्स जो नॉन प्रेगनेंट और प्रेगनेंट में देंगे वो सब में सेम ही प्रोटोकॉल यूज होगा. Common reversible causes of the maternal cardiopulmonary arrest should be considered throughout the resuscitation process. ये नहीं कि आप सिर्फ resuscitate, you keep on resuscitating the patient. You must have to treat the cause. If there is a postpartum hemorrhage that is a reason of collapse, you have to manage the postpartum hemorrhage. If the antepartum is the cause, you have to manage the antepartum hemorrhage. Okay, that might be because it's a ruptured ectopic. Shift the patient in the operation theatre, do the laparotomy, save the patient, pass the ATT. The patients are saved. So the cause should be treated along with the resuscitation. Resuscitation efforts continued until a decision is taken by the consultant obstetrician and anesthetist to discontinue the resuscitation efforts. When, where and how should perimortem cesarean section be performed? Perimortem means you tried your level best, but the mother is not reviving and you have to save the baby and you are thinking that the baby is at term and we can do any procedure to save the baby. So in more than 20 weeks of gestational age, if no response to correctly perform CPR within 4 minutes of collapse, or if the resuscitation is continued beyond this, then perimortem cesarean section should be undertaken to assist the maternal resuscitation. Ideally, this should be achieved within 5 minutes of the collapse. 4 to 5 minutes is the time that is written in most of the literature. Perimortem cesarean section should not be delayed by moving the women. It should be performed where the maternal collapse has occurred and the resuscitation is taking place. Okay. The mother has expired and you have saved the baby. The operator should use the NCN which will facilitate the more rapid access. ये नहीं कि आप अपने बेसिक प्रोटोकॉल्स, मैंने तो फेलन स्टील से ही सीखा है तो मैंने उसी से बच्चा निकालना है. उस टाइम पे आपको जो क्विक आप समझते हो कि आई कैन डू दिस cesarean section quickly by this method, either by the vertical NCN or by the fenin steel NCN, go inside the tummy of the patient and you have to deliver the baby. So you should be very, very fast. This may be midline vertical NCN or the suprapubic transverse NCN. A scalpel and the umbilical cord clamps should be available on the resuscitation trolleys in all the areas where the maternal collapse can occur. These are the two things: scalpel to open the abdomen and the umbilical cord clamps to protect the bleeding from the baby once the cord is cut. Where the maternal collapse, including the accident and the emergency department. What does the ongoing management consist of? Senior staff with all these things we are discussing in the hospital. The maternal collapse occur in the hospital or in the tertiary care or wherever you are working. Senior staff with appropriate experience should be involved at early stage. Transfer should be supervised by an adequately skilled team with the appropriate equipment. In case of maternal collapse, secondary to APH, fetus and placenta are delivered promptly to allow the control of the hemorrhage. In case of massive placental abruption, cesarean section may clearly be indicated even if the fetus is dead to allow the rapid control of the hemorrhage. IV tranexamic acid significantly reduce the mortality due to postpartum hemorrhage. These are the latest guidelines or the literature that I am sharing with you guys. The management of the amniotic fluid embolism is supportive rather than specific as there is no proven effective therapy. Okay. Early involvement of the senior experienced staff, including the midwives, obstetricians, anesthetists, hematologists, and intensive care unit people, is essential to optimize the outcome. ICU team should be on board while you are managing these patients. Coagulopathy needs early aggressive treatment, including the use of the fresh frozen plasma. Recombinant factor 8 should only be used if the coagulopathy cannot be corrected by the massive blood component replacement in the acute fatal injury or in the emergency. After the successful resuscitation, cardiac cases should be managed by an expert cardiology team. Septic shock should be managed in accordance with the surviving septic, guidelines of the sepsis. According to the cause, you have to treat the patient along once the patient is revived. The antidote to the magnesium toxicity is 10 ml 10% calcium gluconate. Magnesium is very dangerous drug. We people are giving it for the neuroprotection of the newborn baby in the preterm labor as well as for the control of the seizures in the patients with eclampsia. But it should be very, very, very controlled. About 10 ml of drip or 100 ml of drip should be given in about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. If you will give it fast, it will directly lead to the cardiac arrest of the patient. And once you have noticed that there is a cardiac arrest, then you have to give the calcium gluconate. Okay? If the local anesthesia toxicity is suspected, stop injecting immediately. जो बात मैं आपसे कह रही थी कि अगर आप एपिजोटमी कर रहे हैं और एपिजोटमी में आपने you have pricked the vessel, then immediately withdraw the injection. Lipid rescue should be used in cases of collapse. Intralipid 20% should be available in all the hospitals offering the maternity services. This is just a diagrammatic presentation of the calcium gluconate. ये injection ऐसे, that is an antidote of magnesium sulfate. This is also very important MCQ. Manage arrhythmias as usual, recognizing that it may be very refractory to the treatment. Eclampsia should be managed in accordance with the guidelines. Neuroradiologists and neurosurgeons should be involved in the care of the pregnant women with the intracranial hemorrhage at the earliest opportunity. In case of anaphylaxis, all the potential causative agents should be removed and ABCD approach to assess the and resuscitation should be followed. And treatment for anaphylaxis is 1 in 1000 adrenaline, 500 micro, that is 0.5 ml intramuscular you have to give. अगर I-line, because I-line सेव करना भी इन पेशेंट्स में it's a very tricky point because patient collapse हुआ होता है, तो आप intramuscular दे दोगे उसको. Now, what are the outcomes of the mother and the baby after the maternal collapse? Outcomes for the mothers and the baby depend on the cause of the collapse, GA and access to the emergency care, with the survival rates being poorer if the collapse occurs outside of the hospital. In the maternal cardiac arrest, maternal survival rates of over 50% have been reported. The team I have already told you, senior obstetricians, midwives, senior anesthetists. Neonatal team should be called early if the delivery is likely, that is more than or equal to 22 weeks of gestation. This is an international 22 weeks cut. We consider 26, 28. But if the baby is alive, you have to involve the neonatologist. Whatever is the fate of the baby, it will be decided later on. ये नहीं कि 22 हफ्ते का बच्चा deliver हो रहा है, if the baby is taking the breath, you have to involve the neonatologist. ये नहीं कि आप उसको ऐसे ही छोड़ दें कि खुद ही उसका कोई fate decide हो जाएगा. This is maternal collapse logarithm. कौन पढ़ेगा? आप पढ़ो. पास करें उसको देखें, लेफ्ट लेफ्ट टेंस करें, एसेस करें. वही जो हमने चीजें भी पढ़ी हैं. एयरवे उसका क्लियर है, नहीं क्लियर. एयरवे क्लियर है तो CPR स्टार्ट कर दें. किस तरह से ब्रेथ देनी है अब आप लोग रिवाइज करें. किस तरह से हमने चेस्ट कंप्रेशन शुरू करने? Good, शाबाश. And what should be the ideal position of the hands? Where should be the position? Sorry? Lower body of the sternum. Okay. And other things you have to take care during the CPR? Left lateral take to the patient and manual retrieve replacement or okay, good, shabash. Or patent airway. Okay, well done. Hand position exactly यही सुनना चाह रही हूँ मैं. हाँ. What should be the hand position? Lower body of sternum के अलावा और lean on the right hand on the lower border of the sternum. ठीक है? And you should call for help. शाउट करना शुरू कर देना. आपको लग रहा है पेशेंट कोलैप्स हो रहा है, स्टार्ट शाउटिंग. ये नहीं कि बस आराम से खुद ही लगे रहें. जो भी आपके पास इर्द गिर्द जाए, अगर सपोज रोड ट्रैफिक एक्सीडेंट हो गया रोड साइड पे, तो यू शुड स्टार्ट शाउटिंग. किसी ना किसी को आपने गाइड करना है. CPR का रूल होता है, चाहे आप प्रेग्नेंट पेशेंट का करें चाहे आप नॉन प्रेग्नेंट का करें, आपने शाउट करना है और खुद आपने गाइडर बन जाना है। अगर आप ही मेन बनना है जिसको रिससिटेशन आती है, तो आपने सबको गाइड करना है। आपने लेफ्ट लैटरल टेक करना है, आप इसकी नेक को स्टेबल करें, मैं इसको कंप्रेशंस कर रही हूँ, आपको जब मैं कहूँ तो आपने इसको माउथ में उसको ब्रीथ करना है। तो यू शुड बी द लीडर। डॉक्टर्स आर ऑलवेज द लीडर। यू हैव टू गाइड योर स्टाफ, यू हैव टू गाइड योर आपा, यू हैव टू गाइड योर जूनियर्स के आपने करना कैसे। अब आप फाइनल ईयर में आप कल को आप हाउस ऑफिसर होंगे, हो सकता है आप हाउस जॉब में वार्ड में राउंड करें। आई हैव सीन द पेशेंट्स इन द मेडिसिन वार्ड व्हेन आई वर्क ओवर देयर। हम यूं राउंड कर रहे होते थे और पेशेंट कोलैप्स हो गया, पता चला जी पेशेंट कोलैप्स हो गया, एकदम शाउट होता है, हमने फॉरेन से रिससिटेट करना है। यू नेवर नो कि कौन सा पेशेंट कब कोलैप्स कर दे, तो यू शुड बी अलर्ट इन द वार्ड। ठीक है, तो ये बेसिकली ये सारी चीज़ें पढ़ने का मकसद ये है कि आपने इसको प्रैक्टिकली इम्प्लीमेंट भी करना है। ओके, ये सारा समझ आ गया। एंड देन मुझे रीड करने की जरूरत है इसको, ये बहुत सारी बातें जो हम पढ़ चुके हैं। इफ यू पीपल वांट, हो गया, चलो गुड। पोस्ट कोलैप्स मैनेजमेंट भी हो गया, पेशेंट अलाइव है या डिक्टेबिलिटी एंड द नीड फॉर द कांस्टेंट विजिलेंस। ये नहीं कि पेशेंट एक दफ़ा रिवाइव कर गया, यू आर 120% क्योंकि ये रिवाइव ही रहेगा, आपने उसको 30 मिनट्स तक ऑब्जर्व करना है विद स्ट्रिक्ट फीटो मैटरनल मॉनिटरिंग। A logical structured approach using ABCD should be used in assessment and the management of the collapsed patient. CPR should be modified by securing the airway as early as possible and displacing the uterus manually. Perimortem cesarean section should be undertaken after 4 minutes of unsuccessful CPR. 4 minutes तक आपने CPR किया, mother didn't revive, don't wait for another minute. Go for the perimortem cesarean section. Obstetrician should lead a multidisciplinary team in the management of the critically ill pregnant women. All staff should have the annual drills and updates on the obstetric emergencies and the resuscitation. Thank you so much. Any question?